years.
Those numbers aren't changing.
At all, no.
Steady.
Yeah, that's not right.
Sterling Ridge. That's Sterling Ridge. That's not right?
Not right.
What about the category below, the median listing price?
Okay, so here's median listing price.
We're having a record year over the past ever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So this is July 2013 here. Now, you gotta remember, I don't think this is just listings. Y'all have to remember this is tax data.
Well, this one would be, wouldn't it? If it's talking about listing price?
Oh, this is listing versus volume, listing volume.
Oh,
This-
that's listing volume, that's not sales? I thought we were looking at sales.
This is home, this one is home value,
Uh,
right? This one was home value.
How can you say it's
Doesn't have anything to do with foreclosures, they're not included in all that.
Well, we don't, there's not a handful of foreclosures
Right.
in Savory grade two.
Right, right. And that's why I had problems finding them yesterday. There was none. So right over here, this is listing volume. Here.
Yeah, but we're up in volume.
But see, you see how,
Yeah, I agree with the July to August to September.
uh-huh.
I mean, we were back up. Does it compare month to month?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 6 months then.
That doesn't match our data.
Okay. Population children by group. Adults by group.
Population, what is that the growth? What is that?
This is census. That's census data.
Well, it's saying there's only 373 high school students in 77382 Sterling Ridge.
In Sterling Ridge.
This is just your subdivision that you asked for.
That would be Sterling Ridge.
Mhm.
That's an area of about 20,000 people.
That's why I said we need to do that search, because we need to see how many people are in it, what it's defining. See right here? Let's look at the map. This is the map.
That is right.
That is the map. I mean, that's the right map.
Is this right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's,
I don't know the exact numbers, but I know Sterling Ridge is at least 20,000.
it's close to,
That's what I thought, but on the conservative side, I say 20.
And then adults age group, this breaking them down.
yeah, it's not capturing all of it.
So what's happening is that's taking.
This is census data from annually.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's, even 2010, we would have been.
Like that.
Because it's every 10 years.
Oh, the census is done everything.
Yeah. So this could be reasonably right.
Well, it's showing less than 5,000 people altogether in 2010.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Oh.
That's what we're looking at,
Yeah.
is the total population there. In one area of Sterling Ridge, maybe so, but not a huge area. See what it says for 77382, broaden it to Alden Ridge and Sterling Ridge.
Let me go over here just one more and see if this one really freaks you out, because y'all are freaked out on this one. This is housing. Here's housing right here. No?
It's not a negative.
See, we're showing that Sterling Ridge average sales is over 430.
Okay.
Okay, but you've got the patio, the townhomes in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't that?
Well, yeah,
This is the range of homes sold.
possibly.
And this is updated monthly.
So this does pick up townhomes?
Yeah.
And this is a monthly. No, this is the beginning of the month, so that's why these numbers are low right now.
Yeah.
That's not going to give you anything, because that's just Today's just the 2nd.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get anything with that.
You wouldn't close anything today.
Right.
That's good.
This is people.
Shows 96,000 people in the village. Okay, that's not too bad. We're about 104 right now.
So in 2010, that'd be about right.
Yeah, I'll be right.
I think that was right.
I'll be right.
Population of children by age group.
Now, where are they getting that?
This is census. This is annual updates. This is an annual update.
In their school.
This is an annual update. And households with children, income brackets. This is your income brackets here. Remember, this is a report that you can get. Occupational categories.
Manufacturing.
Real estate and leasing.
Oh, that's wrong. There's about 1,000 left out here. 177 new ones a day. Does that mean per day?
That's in
Right.
Sterling Ridge. You're so bad. You're so bad. That's the presidential voting pattern.
Since this morning.
That's so funny. Okay, so let's look at.
Was that presidential voting?
Yeah, that's the presidential voting pattern. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Now, economy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they've got it for all of the different ones.
Thought that was a little blurry.
Okay, so look at this one here. This is economic facts.
That's way off.
This is monthly. This is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Somebody's lying.
Somebody's lying. Oh my
Some
God.
manipulation going on somewhere.
But that's just Montgomery County, Texas, or is that Sterling Ridge?
This is Sterling Ridge, the Woodlands, Montgomery, and Texas.
So they show Sterling Ridge lower than the Woodlands. No way.
No,
That's one of the highest.
no, higher, right?
Huh?
No, the unemployment rate
Oh.
is just Montgomery County and Texas. Right?
Correct,
Not Sterling Ridge.
correct.
Look at his
Household
income per
income, okay,
capita.
yeah.
But per capita,
There's more people per capita, per household in Sterling Ridge, and that's why it has a lower per capita.
There you
a
go.
higher median household.
And that's the unemployment rate. And then now quality of life. Elevation, annual rainfall.
Snowfall. Ooh.
Yeah, right. Commute time.
1.5 inches.
Yeah, let's have it.
Before or after all of our road construction?
Do you guys truly have public transit out here?
It's free.
You have public transit?
Town center.
With the boats.
And
Is
the
that what
the
they
trolleys.
consider?
They consider that public transportation, yeah.
On trolley.
Just around town center.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We got
Isn't
government
there a
money for
shuttle
that.
that'll take you to the medical center?
Yeah, but that's park and ride.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, so that's where that came in. I was like, what? Public transit? Okay, and then monthly temperature.
Down there on the right, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's snowfall.
All the different,
These are the neighborhoods nearby. And this is statistics on those.
oh, see what that's doing. See, like Carlton Woods is not showing up under, that's the problem.
Yes, so there you go.
Yeah, Carlton Woods is in Sterling Ridge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess it is.
it is.
But it's telling you it's not.
It goes around Carlton Woods.
Yeah, it goes
Sterling
around
Ridge
Carlton
does?
Woods.
That
Yeah.
drawing that we've been looking at.
Yeah, it goes around Carlton Woods.
That's why your numbers are off.
That's part of our
That's
problem.
right. So here's, Carterloo is over here, and it's showing their average estimate is 1,416,000. Homes estimate is 509. Population is 4,600.
Now that seems
Does that make
to be
sense?
Mhm.
Gotta keep peeling this onion back here. a little
I'm
bit.
telling you,
Right.
right?
There's Sterling Ridge.
Who in here work with investors? Yeah? Oh. Big Mama's gonna show you something.
It's not very much fun these days.
Yeah.
They're no fun? Oh, they're gonna become fun
Can't
now.
find anything out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Inventory is lacking.
you gotta be first one in the door.
Anything.
So you wouldn't go knock on pre-foreclosure doors, huh?
Is gone.
You wouldn't knock on pre-foreclosure doors, stand on the
Yeah.
street and knock on a pre-foreclosure door to go on the street and stand and go,
I haven't yet.
yes,
Right.
that's right. Let's use, I'm gonna use your address, 19 Pleasure Cove, 77381. So the buyer says, not sure what I want to do here. Do I want to live in it, rent it? Not sure. Right over here, there's a property analysis for investors. So it's right on the same page where you bring up the listing, right?
Mhm.
Or bring up the property. It says property analysis for investors. So you click on this, and you will always get this video. Like, it's gonna come up every time.
Okay.
All you do is hit OK. So when you select OK, it'll open up erealinvestor.com. All of you need to go to erealinvestor.com, sign up for free. You get a free account there to do some limited stuff. erealinvestor.com.
REAL?
REAL. erealinvestor.com. Just sign up. And with this window here, it gives you the address of the property on the left. And it says, all right, if I were to rent this property, how long would I want to hold it? And I say, okay, I want to hold it for 5 years. I'm going to drag this down to 5 years. So you'll notice it's changing the graphs automatically, right? So it shows here that's a good deal.
What's
That's
it?
it. It shows here, it says here that it's a good deal. It just gives you, something pops up on the screen. So you have to forgive me, I know nothing about this program except the little things I'm going to show you. All right. Over here it shows you the offering price, and if you want to, you can be either aggressive, moderate, or conservative with your offering price. You can deselect any one of these by clicking on these check boxes if you don't want to have them on the screen. So let's say I say, okay, my offering price, I want to be more aggressive with it, and it's going to take it away and I have to put it back on. But if I drag, you notice it's going to say, remember to save your scenario. I'm going to hit OK, and then I have to drag it back. Here's where the line was. If I drag it back over, let's say I want to go to 620, 601. I want to go to that number, okay? My closing costs, my rehab costs, you know, I've got some rehab costs I've got to put into it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot in it. Okay, let's say I put $25,000 into it. And whatever else you add to it. But then you're thinking, my monthly rent, I don't even know what I want to do for monthly rent. I have no clue because it's my first time ever doing this. You can hit rentals here, and it'll open up and show you rentals around the area. And it's coming in from Oodle, but it's giving you an idea of what rentals are in the area. Yeah.
Oodle's a search engine?
No, it's a website.
Okay.
And then you can scroll through and, you know, do your property taxes and all that. So as I said, you know, all of these are going to adjust as you change them. Over here to the right, you've got these other graphs that are available to you. When you're done, where is it? You see where it says View Spreadsheet right there? You're going to click on that. There's your spreadsheet. Copy the spreadsheet here and paste it in Excel. This part of RPR is what they use, and it's not exclusive to RPR.
Is that eReal Investor an HAR site or? is
No,
it a
it's not.
third-party
It's a
company?
third-party company.
Copy and paste into what did you say?
Excel.
Excel.
Yes, ma'am. You're gonna hit this to copy it, and then when you hit copy and here and select OK, then you would paste it. Go to your A1 cell in Excel and paste your data there so that you can share that information.
The eReal Investor is linked to RPR?
eReal Investor
Once you-
is a separate site that you can go into, and it has some other functions that without going into any detail, they give you a free component of eReal Investor.
But once you're signed up for both,
Yes.
they can work together.
No, they really don't. I'm just telling you to use it for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you can go in there, you can do some calculations there separately. You can even search listings in there. They've added some other features that I've seen that I'm pretty surprised of how much they give you. I guess it's just their way to try to get you to use the system. But I would just go in there and try it for yourself and experience it.
But you didn't go in directly this time.
No, sir.
You were
This
RPR.
pops into eReal Investor. It pops into it.
You went in about the
They
investor
do
part.
link, yeah.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Her question was, do they link?
No.
Okay, let's rephrase it then. You did access eRealtor through RPR. 'cause
Correct.
You were in RPR.
I just clicked on this link right here.
Exactly.
But I did not go in and log into eReal Investor.
But
It-
you had already been logged in.
No,
Oh, you're not?
no.
Okay.
All I did is click on this link and then click on OK, and it brings you in. You do not need an account. You don't need anything. But I'm telling you to go to eReal Investor and get an account.
But what's the benefit of that?
Cancel.
She clicked cancel, yeah, if you hit that arrow, it'll play the video for
She
you.
said, yeah, it plays every time, so you get sick of it.
Right. When you click on property analysis for investors, you will always see this video.
And if you click on that, it'll play it, is that right?
Yeah, if I hit this, it's going to play the video.
Okay.
But once you see it, you've seen it,
And what
right?
happens if you click cancel?
You're out.
Oh, so
That's
you
my
have to
point.
click OK.
So you have to hit this, and you have to hit OK
Okay.
in order to get into it. It makes no sense, but it's just what it is. I take my medication for my problems.
In that analysis there, it's so tiny, I can't read it from here, but I know years ago, I used to have a investor program through Pat Zaby that he had done.
Yeah, I remember him.
And he, it was really a neat
Yeah.
investor deal.
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to find one quite like that.
Yes,
since
sir.
then.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like this might
Yep.
be my
Yep.
ticket to that.
Yep.
Shows you over time, before and after tax return.
yes.
And all that. It was very detailed.
Yes.
It doesn't show you after tax. It says pre-tax annual cash
Property taxes, so.
and
But
pre-tax monthly cash.
let's see over here. Here's your pre-tax, post-tax. All of it is here.
It
Pre-tax.
does have a post-tax.
Yes, ma'am. It's right over here. Annual cash flow.
Oh.
It's right over here.
That's a nice program.
Yeah.
Loan and value, gross net multiplier, cap rate implied by whatever that is. Nonprofit. I don't understand it. I'm just telling you what it is.
But
I-
the point is, you can run different scenarios. based
That is
on
correct.
price and rent rates.
That's correct. I wouldn't even try to tell you I understand that stuff.
At least you're on
I'll be up
that. Oh, that's all good.
all day. don't want to know either.
Mhm.
That's just not me.
Blew me out.
Yeah, toot me out. I'll sing you some Negro spirituals in a minute, but don't ask me about that stuff. So here's the report. If I click on, here's a report right here. You can go straight to the report, or you can actually click on download to download it directly to your computer.
Looks like that was downloaded, that email to that client, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you downloaded it, what are you downloading it to?
I'm clicking on it right now, so it's actually opening it when you hit download.
Oh, it will just
Yes,
open
it opens
print
it.
from there?
You can, because it's a PDF.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's gonna bring it up pretty soon here so you can see it.
So I find that this could be valuable if you're looking at, let's say I'm looking at purchasing an investment property in Florida.
Hmm.
I would have access to information that,
That's correct. Or
Those
Galveston.
agents have.
Look at Galveston. You're not a member of GAR, right?
no.
Well, there you go. You're for all of Galveston now.
I had a client one time that was buying something from Austin, and I was trying to do some research on Lake Travis. And I'm telling you what, I spent hours on that deal. Oh, difficult. I mean, it's impossible, basically. And they don't have anything like we have.
No, nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
We're so spoiled.
We are the best.
Yeah, no question.
We are the best. There's nobody, and it's unfortunate that realtors don't know it.
Why is that?
Why is
I
what?
mean, why didn't other associations get on board with what Houston did?
Because they don't have the type of the
Leadership?
type of leadership that we are fortunate
Maybe
to
the
have.
resources too, right? Because we have a big board that they probably have a lot.
I just think that HAR is just fortunate to have Bob Hale and the people that they have on board. I mean, I can say that because I work there.
Right.
I know that. Taki is the key. To be honest, Taki and Bob, it's like, when you go back, it's like a powerhouse.
How do we compare to, for instance, Dallas?
There is no comparison.
Because they have two different.
They have two different boards.
Parent and.
Correct. And
That's
I have
probably their
I have
problem.
clients I work with virtually in Michigan, Austin, Dallas, Louisiana, and they're all in awe.
HR is the largest MLS in the nation, and the most professional.
Right.
You would think that
Everybody
Austin-
benchmarks on HAR. Everybody benchmarks in HAR.
Sure. But what I'm saying is that I'm just surprised no one's got on board in that. And why, the Galveston has a separate board? I didn't know that.
GAR, yeah.
Why don't they, why don't?
Because of their mindset. They're not a part of, you're lucky they said they're part of Texas. I mean,
Well, they need to be in Louisiana.
they love, they're on the island, they're islands. They're on their own island.
Well, they behave more like the commercial brokers. They like to control their own information.
They don't want to
They
share.
don't wanna share.
I have clients there too. There's a total different
Do you think that's part
mindset.
of maybe the associations in other areas wanting to control it? Because, now that HAR is what it is, as you know, we've lost a lot of control
Who has?
as an agent.
No, you haven't.
Well, in some perspective, I mean, our clients can get a hold of information as easily as we can in
No.
a lot of cases.
No,
They think they can.
no, that's not
I
true.
can too.
No, that's not true at all. Your clients get the same data in just different ways, and the realtor does not keep up with the technology enough to see that they have more information to their disposal, so you're in the perception that the client has more information.
Well, okay, but what I guess I'm saying is that, let's go back to Lake Travis, for instance. Those agents there may want to be in more control of the data that's out there in their MLS.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
it's,
correct?
yeah, I think it's the
Limit
big,
public access.
it's
Yeah.
just the big F. It's always the big F. It's fear. It's all it is. It's textbook. Anywhere you go, I'm the last person to ask these questions because I'll just tell you what it is. I mean, because I don't care. Can't fire me. Work for myself. I mean, it's fear. Nobody wants to give up anything because they're afraid they're going to lose something. When in the other way, you really are not losing anything. You're actually going to gain from sharing or opening up the opportunity for you to get from something that you already have. I mean, until you open up, you're not going to know what it is you're missing, you know?
Right.
And you close yourself off because you think you have something so valuable, you're choking yourself.
Yeah, one of the prime examples that I can think of, I remember how Realtor.com used to monopolize agents by giving them a certain type of information.
Right.
And it wasn't until the Zillows and the Trulias and the whoever's came around and became competitive that Realtor.com became, more proactive.
Yes.
in what they do. I'm not saying that they're there yet.
Right.
But I think we all agree that the industry has changed and that it is consumer-led, and I think in many ways.
Is it?
It's better for us. Well, it's like Dean saying, they have access to information that they didn't used to. Many times, our business now has turned around and where our clientele has given us specific information
Okay.
about products that they want.
But what I'm not hearing is, what is it that they have access to that you don't have access to?
No, we have access to all of it.
Okay.
But they have a lot more than they ever had before. And so now the consumer has enough information to make him think or believe that they know more than they do.
And that in itself excites me. Here's why. If I were a realtor, that would just make me so excited. Because what that does, it shows me how much more important I would be as a realtor to go in and educate them as a consultant and say, does that make sense?
To your
Especially
point,
if they're
Dean's
looking
point.
at Trulia and Zillow.
That's exactly
They're
right.
so off course.
They're
that-
so off.
I mean,
And
To
that's
your
where,
point, what's the statistic, what's the percentage of consumers that begin their search for home before they ever look at you guys? It's a big percentage of people.
most of them do.
Yeah.
Like you'll say to them, so have you done any shopping? Have you looked around? Oh, no. You haven't looked at anything? No. All I did is go to Zillow and Trulia. Okay. So you've done your shopping. It's not, you didn't have to drive around and do shopping. You went to the internet. Everybody goes to the internet before they do anything.
And it's my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I was told, and this is what I tell my clients, because I think this is correct. Zillow and Trulia's information in Texas is off because of the fact that our sales prices are not public.
Yeah, we have a non-disclosure state.
Where
So,
other, like, I had a guy that was coming here from Seattle, and he said, oh, no, our, Zillow's right on, it's dead on, whatever. And I looked at his information, and his was right on. I mean, from what he told me, it appeared to be. But here it was so off, and I said, and so that is the correct statement. Right?
partly that's partly because we're a non-disclosure state. The other reason is because they don't have access to the data as regularly either, right? To pull. When they're scraping data from wherever they're scraping it from,
Right.
they're not scraping it as often. And what is their whole objective? Is their objective when they created the business, was their business to provide accurate data? No. If you look at their disclosure, it has nothing to do with it. They don't call it an estimate, they call it a zestimate. There's a reason why they call it a zestimate. Because it's not an estimate,
Right.
right? Their whole objective is to collect your name, your email address, and telephone number and all that information so they can sell it to somebody else.
Right.
They're in the business of data collection. And realtors are in the same mindset as the buyer and seller when they go to Zillow and Trulia. When they buy into and, subscribe, it's a business. They're in a business just like any other business. And that's what separates a realtor from the consumer, is to understand that. And when you go in and talk to the consumer and explain it to them, then they say, you need to be my realtor. I got it. I understand what the internet is. I understand why there's a Target and a Walmart and a Target or whatever. I get it. Okay? Because when you go to the website, Just because you went to the internet and he said that he's a French model doesn't mean he's a French model. Bonjour. It has to be true. I got it on the internet. Bonjour. You know, I tell you, they have one of the most, was it Zillow that had it, where the wife looks at her husband who's in the military and she looks to find that house to buy, and when she walks through the door, I was a sap when I watched it the first time. I bawled. I cried. Have you seen it?
I don't guess so.
Oh my gosh. It's the most beautiful commercial, I think, the most compelling that I've ever seen. I don't think they'll ever have anything like it again. It's a lady just talking to her husband who's serving in the military, and he's there. So she's talking to him and she says, no, not that one. He says, okay, what about this one? And they're looking at the houses, right? And then they go, okay. And then she says, let's get that one. So she gets her son, and she walks to the house, and there's this house exactly. And when she opens the door, who's standing there in the empty house?
Our husband.
In his uniform.
Oh my God.
But what's it
Oh my
advertising? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Zillow.
Oh, Zillow.
They were both on Zillow. He's wherever and she's at home.
Beautiful. And I was like, you know, Color Purple is my most favorite show in the world. This is me. Why did an HAR do that? Yeah, and it was just so beautiful. You told Harper to beat me. No, sorry. But it was just so beautiful. So marketing is marketing. And they have all the right to do it. The difference is do you understand what it is and can you interpret it of what it is? It's just a matter of interpreting it and knowing how to go in and talk to your buyers and sellers. Let them know how that data affects them. And that's what's going to set you apart, right? This is what a neighborhood report looks like.
Well, one thing that you said that I completely agree with is that we get so busy with real estate that over time we lose touch as to what the new technology tools are. And HAR does have a large number of tools over the past 2 years that have been integrated into the system that I think that we need to be more in touch with. I think we'd like to have you back to focus on some of those.
We can
specific
spend
tools.
a substantial amount of time not only looking at the tools, but giving you all your own independent thought process on how you can utilize those tools for yourself and talking about that. Because
That's the next class that you've chosen for.
I think it's been chosen.
yeah.
On
And-
December the
Mhm.
16th will be.
Because, you know, the marketing that you can, nothing,
Har member.
yeah.
It's all the tools
Give them a
that you
prelude
get with your
to it.
HAR membership that you're probably not aware of.
Right.
Well, and speaking of that, you know, Fusion, I mean, again, I get busy, I went in there, tried to mess around, and I get tied up, get busy. What is the difference between the two that makes you like Fusion so much better?
Fusion is Excel-ish.
Okay?
You can manipulate it. Once you get the data, you can drag the columns around immediately. You can sort by any column and immediately get your information.
Okay.
You can't do that with Tempo. Tempo is static,
Okay.
flat, flat. Fusion is not. It's Excel-ish. And if you have a listing, your own personal listing, and you want to take all those pictures off at the end of you say, oh, you know, I lost all my pictures. You can actually download all the images at one time. You can toggle from one report to another. You're looking at your listing information, and you say, well, I wonder who the listing agents are in all these listings. Boom, boom, here are all listing agents. You can just make your own reports. You don't have to go into any other screen or nothing. It's just right there. It's right there.
There's some things in Fusion you can't search the same way about. I can't remember what it was. It's
Not
like,
sure
where
what it is.
It's not here, it's not on the page. Where is it?
Wonder what it is.
I can't remember.
We know, I'd love for us to go through it and see. Yeah.
Stay
So,
tuned.
so let me show you the buyer report. So what we did is we went through and created a report on one particular property, right? Actually, it was a seller report, sorry. Seller report.
I just reviewed the seller report, and it's 59 pages. And, is that what you're looking at?
Yes, and it was 59 pages based on 2 comps.
Yeah, however, just for
Yes.
disclosure,
Yes,
he brought in so many oranges in comparison to his apples that he will make me exclude 37 out of the 59 pages.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you. That's why those check boxes are there. I just wanted you to see all of it so that you can see what's there.
The current estimated value, is that from the tax roll?
Yes, this is the tax information.
Okay,
And this is what this is the RVM.
really?
Wasn't that the RVM? Yeah, that's the RVM.
It's pretty far off.
That was the RVM when we originally brought up the property.
So compared to the 2 properties that they had, that's what you came up with?
This is what he came up with.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. One of the, and everybody has problems with this, particularly appraisers. It's all about supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
if somebody wants waterfront property,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you can't have it. So people at this level, if they want it, they're willing to pay.
Absolutely.
For cash.
Mm-hmm.
Appraisals mean nothing.
Exactly.
And so, it's, in an ideal world, you know, and I know, I'm pushing the, you know.
The bar.
Well, okay, I'll say, I'm overpricing it compared to the comps that are available, but in this environment.
In this market, it's valuable.
we-
It's going to do